On page 70 of the English bilingual edition. And this section, again, we're talking about Yichud Hashem, Hashem's oneness, that God is one, which means that He is in total control. He is the total power in the universe. There is no other power besides Him. And we said the entire point of human history is that human beings should come to the realization that God is one, and that only He has any power. Now, we said also that this process started with Adam Rishon, with Adam and Eve, the first human being. That when Adam was created, the Yetzer Hara, the evil inclination, existed outside of him. And he was told that he's not allowed to eat, page 70, from the Daas, from the tree of knowledge. And that was the evil. Now, had he been successful in his mission, then that would have been the tikkun, that would have been the rectification of humanity. So Adam had one trial, which was don't eat from this tree, and he ate from it. And since he ate from it, evil came into the world much more. It became internalized within man. While evil was external to man before that, he still had free will, but the evil was represented by the serpent. And Adam decided to not follow what Hashem told him and to be seduced by the evil. Now, once that happened, then the Yetzer Hara became part of man, became part of Adam, and because of that, we find ourselves in this lowly level that we are today. Now, had Adam passed the test, then humanity would have been rectified, because Adam would have said, look, there's evil, I'm going to reject it, because the only power that exists is Hashem, because the evil that existed, Adam thought, hey, maybe I could eat from this tree, and I could become a god, like I could be like Hashem, and I could be as powerful as Hashem. And he made the mistake to think that there was another force besides Hashem in the world. And since he made that mistake, we find ourselves in today's situation. Had he not made that mistake, had Adam not made that mistake, then the whole entire human history would have been rectified at that moment. So our purpose now, the purpose of humanity, is for us to get to the point of Adam before he sinned, of Adam Rishon Kaid Mechet. That's all we're trying to get up to now. When we get back to that level, that's when Mashiach comes. So the way that we get there is by recognizing the oneness of Hashem, and that's what the Ramchal is discussing now. So let's see. Let's continue. V'hinei, az hutzrach laharos lo b'moifes, mash lo ratzu lahasig mitzad hayediyah. Now, Adam, he has to be shown now through experience what he wasn't able to get through his own free will, his own knowledge. Meaning, through his own knowledge, he could have accepted the unity of Hashem. But he didn't do that. Now, since he didn't do that, he has to experience evil so that Hashem will reveal himself. We mentioned that the way Hashem reveals his oneness is by destroying the evil. Because evil gives the appearance that there is another force besides Hashem. And at the end of days, by Hashem destroying that evil, it shows that He is the only power in the world. Okay. So Adam had the opportunity, and we mentioned this, that humanity also has this opportunity. Human beings have the opportunity to recognize Hashem on our own, or we could experience suffering and then Hashem destroys the evil. So there's two ways that Mashiach could come. One is that on our own we recognize, hey, the only force in the world is God, and there's no other force besides Him. And number two is that the evil grows and grows until Hashem destroys the evil, showing that He is one. And we mentioned earlier, a few weeks ago, that the greater the evil gets, and when Hashem destroys it, it's a greater revelation of His oneness, that He destroyed all of this evil. So once Adam didn't decide on his own to recognize Hashem, so the evil grew, and that's to show him what is true evil. And even though and eventually everything will lead to the dominion, the rulership of the one true good. And this is the difficulty of this world where we find ourselves. So that the world gets to the faith, the belief of the oneness of Hashem that we didn't want to choose on our own. So that it should, through our experiences, it should be clarified before us, specifically what we couldn't get at the beginning, and to clarify to everyone at one moment. So when Mashiach, let's say he's going to describe it more. So now that's with Adam, and also with Adam's children. When he mentions on the note what you said last week about how all of our souls were included in the soul of Adam. Also to his children after this. If Adam's children, meaning us, don't, so if they would fix this idea in their minds that Hashem is one, that would be enough. They just have to know it. If they know it, they know it. But since human beings did not merit through their deeds, on the contrary, they went after evil things. And they went after all these bad logic. We mentioned at the beginning of Derech Hashem the many groups of people that have false beliefs. Some that believe in idols, some that believe in two gods. And the humanity went the other way. They didn't stop and say, hey, there's one God who controls everything, but rather they had all these false beliefs. So Hashem has to show them what they couldn't understand on their own. So since humanity didn't, by their own free will, choose to recognize that Hashem is one, Hashem is going to force them and is going to show them. That's what Hashem's doing in this exile. That Hashem hides himself. Hiding after hiding. Until evil increases very, very much. It says in the Gemara, there's no day that its curse is not greater than the day before it. In the end, but in the end of the day, Hashem will reveal His glory to all of humanity. So now what happened through these false beliefs that people had, and the I'm trying to think of a good English word for kilkul. Corrupted is good. I was thinking of messed up. I didn't think that was the best word. Thank you. Corrupted. Who's one of you who went to college, man? And the corruption continues, and the lacking. Like it says, the taste of the fruit was taken away. In the times of the temple, when Hashem, sounds like even the physical world, fruit tasted better when we had a temple, and Hashem's glory was apparent in the world. And all these other things that the rabbis say, that we see with our eyes. The land will be desolate. Like it says in the Gemara, it says in the before Mashiach comes, insolence will abound, people will crave for honor, wisdom will be scorned, those who fear sin will be despised, the truth will disappear. Sounds very accurate to our days. But why does all this happen? Because evil just gets more and more. Evil just keeps on increasing. When Hashem reveals His glory, so we have this evil situation that exists in the world, where people start with these false beliefs. There's idolatry. There are false, there are two gods, God forbid, and they believe all these false things. And evil, because of that, evil just keeps on going and going. People don't make the free will decision to recognize the oneness of Hashem. Hine kasher yigla kvod Hashem. So but when Mashiach comes, Hashem is going to reveal himself. Yeshuva kol hadeos l'derech hayishara. People will have the right belief system. V'chol ha'maisim yumetu kanim karoi. And all of people's deeds will be fixed. V'yeh b'nei adam mizdabkin b'kainam. And humanity will cleave to their Creator. K'moshe Amar Kasav, like the verse says, Eshbach es ruchi al kol basar. Hashem will pour His Spirit on all flesh. A person will not say to somebody else, you should know Hashem. You won't have to go. You won't have people in Manhattan asking you to put on tefillin. You want to put on tefillin today because everyone will know about Hashem. Everyone will say, obviously I put on tefillin. It's God. Yeah, it's obvious. I don't need to be convinced to put on tefillin. God exists. All of humanity will want to sanctify themselves with holiness, the holiness of Hashem. As it says, the people will say, let us go up to the mountain of Hashem. We should go in His ways. And because of this, all the world will be successful. Like it says, loaves of bread will grow on the mountaintops. And the wolf will live with the lamb. So the general idea is that mankind had the opportunity to make a free will, conscious decision to say, there's one God, He demands things from us, and therefore I'm going to live my life like that. Since humanity did not decide to do that, evil abounded and it got more and more in the world. And eventually, what's going to happen is that Hashem will destroy the evil, and by Hashem destroying the evil, that He will reveal Himself, and everyone will recognize that there is one God, and through that there will be great success in the world, and everything will be